Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. What's up? How y'all doing? How's it going? Welcome back to another beautiful week, another great week in this wonderful Gemini season that we're having. So let's take a second to dive into that. I know y'all know it's Gemini season. It's going to be live. It's going to be turned. We turn it up all year. Shout out to every Gemini that has celebrated their birthday. Just know we all celebrate together. This is the United States of Gemini right now. So we're doing a pretty good job knocking that out the park. I just want to congratulate everybody on the wonderful turn-ups they've been having so far into the season. More is yet to come. Of course, me and my son, we celebrate our birthday Saturday. I really can't wait for that. We're having a little pool party. And then I have a little after party for, the adults. So, lock in with me. Let me know what you're trying to do. If you want to come, I may invite you. I may not. No, let me stop playing. I want everybody to come out and celebrate. So anybody that want to celebrate, let me know. But I cannot wait. You know what I mean? It's wonderful. It's amazing. I love to see the spirits. And y'all can't argue. Honestly, we bring the party every year. We turn up every year. Geminis, we do our thing. I don't care if you're big on zodiacs or not. It ain't really being big on it, but I'm a rep when I am. Definitely is going to go ahead and get some acknowledgement there that we the best. We will remain the best. We will always be the best. And now I got a little me, literally a little me, me and my son, same name and same birthday. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty great. I can't wait to really celebrate this first one together. It's going to be so amazing, man. It's going to be so fun. Speaking of the birthday, because the birthday is Saturday, so shout out to all my Geminis, gang. We turning up. Me and his birthday is Saturday. We have a little pool party that we're doing in the daytime. So I've let everybody know about it. It's a one-piece theme pool party. I've said about it on the show probably for the last few weeks now. But we're definitely going to turn up, have fun. It's all ages are welcome because, he's going to be turning 1. I'm going to be 32. And I'm still a kid at heart, so I love birthday parties. So I'm glad to have a reason to have one. And can't nobody say nothing to me because me and my son have the same birthday. However, this is the only birthday that I will be in charge of that I'm going to be doing. Every year after this is completely all for him. My name is just going on the cake with him. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm actually pretty happy with that because I've had my fair share. This is going to be my 32nd one. And I've had a lot. The last few years have been great birthdays for me, and I appreciate those. I'm ready to actually celebrate for his now and enjoy that. But however, that don't mean that after the pool party, I don't have something going on for me, you know what I mean? Because I still, as an adult, I want to do something. But I'm just loving the fact that we get to celebrate this first year together. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I can't lie. I'm super excited. I spent the last few nights putting the party bags together. Well, the last couple nights, putting the party bags together for the adults and kids. And then I realized that I may not have enough for the kids, so I got some more that is coming, some more stuff coming, and I'll put more bags together for them. Adults, let's just say that I have thought about us all the way, the fact that, we're 90s babies. I'm 92 myself, shout out to any other 90 babies. I'm 92, but I tried to put in our goodie bags a lot of things that reminded us of our childhood. And yes, before y'all say something, y'all will have candy too. I know, don't be a baby. And I'll also have some goodies in there for adults. You know what I mean? Some party favors for everyone. So I can't wait. I've spent the last couple days making sure everything was signed, sealed, and delivered. I've set the plans in motion. I don't feel like we have anything to interrupt, anything to interject. It's all going to be great. I cannot wait for this birthday party. Tonight, actually, I'm going to go after work. I'm going to go grab the food tonight, so that way tomorrow and Friday I can kind of just get some prep work done and get that taken care of. Once that happens, then I'll be able to be in the clear to go ahead and wake up Saturday morning. Even though it's my birthday, I'm going to cook a little bit. Some people offered to help, and if they choose to help, they can, but I want everything to go great, and I want it to go perfect. So I cannot wait, man. I'm super excited. I'm super, super excited. As far as the candy and stuff goes, I am gonna have a few prizes because it's gonna be like a little scavenger hunt, a little game. Adults, I'm telling y'all now, the kids got their games like bingo and scavenger hunt and pin the pirate flag on the pirate ship. They got their own games and they're gonna have fun. But I'm telling y'all right now, I got the Uno, I got spades, well, cards for spades or any other card game y'all want to play. I also got the dominoes. And for those that like a challenge, I got the chessboard too. So it's whatever y'all want to do. Come out, have fun, celebrate. It's gonna be a great time for everybody. I am, for the first time in a while, man, I'm off of work for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'm going to actually enjoy myself this birthday. Enjoy it all, take it, soak it in, and celebrate. Because it's just, there's no reason right now for me not to celebrate and enjoy this wonderful season we in. Such a great time. Such a great time. One of the biggest things in this last week though that have been happening, for one, like my son is I think I told y'all already, he's taking his first couple steps. Not only that, he's speaking more. He told me he loves me. So I definitely appreciate the fact that he went up there and told me that he loves me. So I'm happy about that. Um, his mom is a little jealous because she didn't get it told first. But hey, when you're the dad, and the kids mess with you, because you're the dopest one, you know what I mean? What can you say? What can you do? Nothing really. You just got to accept it for what it is and move on about it and call it a day. Um, but he's been actually growing. It's amazing to see him. I know I've done it all the time with the other kids, but only my first one was a boy. So when the girls were at his age, they approached everything different. So it's nice to see a boy again growing up because I just see how dangerous he is, how rough he is. Like the boy tries to jump off of everybody's bed and he can't keep doing that. You know what I mean? It ain't everybody's bed ain't like my bed, or it ain't like Miracle's bed. So he's got a habit though of thinking he's really Spider-Man. One thing that I am all right, y'all. So this birthday could have went a lot different. Could have went. I mean, it could have went very different than what is going now. Because Junior seems to like the Amazing Spider-Man show, like the Spider-Man Kids show. It's amazing. What is it? Spidey and his Amazing Friends. There we go. Um, and Diamond was like, "Oh, so we can do a Spidey party for him." And I'm all like, well, what Terrence? We did like 5 Spider-Man birthday parties. Maybe we should give it a rest for a year or two, and then we can go back to it. But let's take a break. But I was not ready to do that again. But it's just like he's Terrence all over again. He likes everything I likes. He wants to follow me around. He's a daddy's boy. If you can't tell or didn't know, he's a daddy's boy. My kids, man, they're pretty dope people, and I love them. I love them just for the simple fact that they love me for me. You know what I mean? They show up for me every day just off the simple fact is they know me. You know what I mean? My kids know my heart and they know my soul. So I appreciate them so much. Anyway, back to the weekend review. Other than that, it hasn't really been too much going on. Work is work. I've been picking up extra shifts again because I'm trying to get everything for the birthday good to go. I don't mind working those 50, 60-hour weeks if everything is taken care of. Um, you know, life, life be life, and complications here and there. And there are some things, that have happened in the past week or two that are just a little out of my control in a way. I'll tell y'all one thing though. Um, you worry about yours, I worry about mine. You know what I mean? The way I get to people and the way I see people can learn and understand things, if I know a way to do it and that's the only way that they can understand and learn, that's what I'll do. Um, life is complicated. Life be life and then life be complicated. However, at the end of the day, one thing always leads to another. But I tell everybody this, and I mean it, and I don't know how to really say it, but I am huge on respect. That is the biggest thing for me in life is respect. I know everybody say you have to give respect to get it. Respect is earned, not given, and I wholeheartedly agree to that. But y'all take that to a point where you walk up and you can't even say hi to a stranger because you feel like they owe you something or you're entitled to it. And in my personal opinion, and when I say my personal opinion, um, I don't feel like that's true. Like I feel like if you can't say hi to a stranger, how do you meet new people? How do you network? How do you grow in life? How do you learn new things? I mean, being around the same crowd of people, I'm pretty sure everybody in that group is going to want to tell you that they learn new things from different people that they don't know or people that they're introduced to. Um, But me, I've never been a fan of not speaking to people. I've gotten jobs from just speaking to people, saying hi. I've gotten job offers from people just, having a good time around me with the personality. So more so with it all having being done and said, I'm not worried or concerned about what a stranger is going to say to me because I say hi to them or I speak to them. But when it comes to respect, it is a two-way street. So you say respect is given, not earned, but you won't even give the or is earned, not given. But you won't even give the simple, generosity of just showing proper respect, proper etiquette, saying hi to people. That's crazy to me. I don't get it. Everybody's not out to be your enemy. You know what I mean? They're not. They're not out to be your enemy. But on a personal level, I refuse to be disrespected in any way, shape, or form. It's just not going to happen. Um, I can talk to you about it. I can have a conversation. I can try to give you examples. I can beg and plead. But at what point do I stop trying to talk and conversate with you because you're not understanding it? And then I move to a language that you do understand. At what point do I stop trying to speak my language and then I go speak your language? You see what I'm saying? Because obviously speaking my language, it doesn't work for some people, right? So I have to kind of go to the language they understand best, the language that they get. Um, I will never feel bad. I will never regret anything I do or any action I take. Because anytime I do anything, to anyone on the outside, it may look like it's, what do you call it, spur of the moment? Or what's that? Acting off of emotions or spur of the moment. And in all actuality, I know full well what I'll be doing. I have it planned out in a way because I know how things will play out so well. I like to say I have a sixth and seventh sense, or if you want to call it just a sixth sense of knowing what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's like that spidey sense we talk about. Like I just know what's coming. Um, and I got like a good 9 times out of 10, I'll be right. You know what I mean? It's like I just know. So sometimes I put a situation out there for it to play out the way exactly that I need it to play out, and it works every single time. There's an oddball chance that it doesn't work out, and hey, at that point, I go about it a different way. I approach the situation differently from then on because obviously that approach is not working. You know what I mean? Anyway, so on and so forth. With that being said, I just want to tell everybody, life be life, man. We all be going through it. We all be having issues. We all have problems. But do we really want to focus on the problems? Is that really the main goal? Is to sit there and say, this is how many problems that I have, and I want to show it off to the world on how many problems that I have? Is that really the main goal? Or is the main goal actually trying to understand everything, understand each other, understand the things that are going on in life, or understand what's going on? Or it's more so of we get so focused on the negatives and the downs that are going on. Because I myself recently fell into that trap. This is me taking full accountability. I fell into that trap of just focusing on so much of the negatives. I forgot that it was Gemini season. I say that because it is a holiday, guys. It's a holiday. And if you don't believe me, my birthday is June 8th. Look up what National Day June 8th is because my birthday actually is a holiday. So don't argue with me. But, coming to say that, I realized that we don't take advantage of appreciating the small things, right? Um, I think we always forget to understand that there are small victories that make the day worth it. Hey, I may have not gotten the sale I wanted at work, but I did sell something, right? Hey, I might not have been able to go get what I wanted for lunch, but I did eat something. You know what I mean? Hey, I couldn't take the car because the tires were on flat, so I had to get an Uber, but I still made it to work. Like, let's appreciate the small victories and things, because if we worry about the negatives in those situations, we're gonna always have a down outlook on life. And I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of being in a place where, and I'm not sorry. Let me take that back. But I'm tired of being in a place where it's like I let the negative cloud my judgment. Like that's so irritating to me to have to sit there and understand that I'm letting this negativity cloud every single decision I make, every choice I choose to go after or make. It's horrible that I let that control everything about me when I'm such a dope individual. I'm too animated to let that dilute me. That's what I want to say. Um, I want to talk about that. Like, enjoy the little things in life. Like people don't understand what that really means. Um, it's something I want to remind you of. Appreciating the little things in life means focusing on what brings us joy and happiness. Instead of those things that are negative, negative, it means practicing gratitude for those everyday moments that are easy to take for granted or forget. Because those little things are the things we often end up cherishing the most. Take the weather, for instance. Something we all focus a lot during summer is waking up in the morning to sunshine and birds. Singing does something to your mood, it lights your spirit and sets you off to a great start. But for me, even if I wake up to rain or clouds, I think it's important to look for the positive things, because a great day makes me appreciate the first cup of coffee even more, or the fact that I have an excuse to make a nice and hearty lunch to warm me up. Because no matter how the weather is, an appreciation of the little things in the life is key. Whether that is meeting up with friends for a fika, exploring nature, or enjoying some alone time and practicing self care. I like to practice self care recently. That's my big thing. So make sure to try and look for those little joys this summer instead of focusing on what can't be changed. Okay. And I know you're gonna say some of these things I name off are like petty things and they're so small, but that's the point. That's the point. Appreciate them while you have them. It's like they say, we don't appreciate the sunshine until it rains. You know what I mean? We don't appreciate the summer until winter comes, and vice versa. So, for one, sleeping in fresh, clean sheets. Let's be real. I mean, if you've had to struggle, I'm not gonna say all of us, but if you had to struggle, sometimes you have to sleep on the mattress with no sheets because you ain't have it like that. Whether the mattress was new or not, it don't matter. You had to sleep on it. So clean, fresh sheets. And we all know, man, you love getting in your bed after you got some clean, fresh sheets. You smell how clean it is. It feels clean. It smells clean, warm. Oh, it's nice. We all love that. A kind person helping you when you need it the most. And that could be as simple as you were short 50 cents at the register and somebody gave you $1. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the small things that we need to appreciate. Small things. Um, Let me see. Opening the first page of a new book and knowing you will love it. You ever got a book and you was like, I can't wait to read it, or you waiting on it to arrive? And you're like, I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get it. That's what it means. That's one of those things. Once you get it and open it up, you're like, I just know it's going to be a dope book. It's like that first line just hits you and you're like, oh yeah, I'm working with this. Making a manageable to-do list in the morning to tick off during the day. Each tick gives joy. Have you ever realized that when you make a to-do list and every time you check something off, it's like a little sense of dopamine of happiness just comes to you for getting it done. So you're like, oh, let me do the next thing. Oh, let me do this. Let me do that. And then you get to the end of the list and you're like, oh my God, I did it all. I took care of it. It's the small victories along the way. Receiving mail, which is not a bill, right? So let's say it was a package or something that came that you didn't even know was coming. Listening to your favorite song, which I do on a daily. Waking up after a great night's sleep. The kind of deep sleep that makes you feel fully rested and ready. I had that last night. I went home last night after work. I tried to take care of a few things, put some more bags together, and I don't even remember. See, I don't even remember falling asleep. Honestly, I don't remember falling asleep. I just remember waking up with no shirt on. So that's how that went. Um, the smell of freshly baked cinnamon buns. We actually had that for dessert last night. That's pretty funny, and it was bomb. Hearing birds singing outside your window, depending on how loud they are, you know what I mean? Enjoying a lovely meal that someone prepared for you, definitely. I don't care what you made. If you made me some noodles, I'm going to be happy because you made food for me. And if you bring me some chopsticks, I'm going to be even more happier. So finding the perfect spot to stop and enjoy beautiful scenery on a hike, actually, that'd be pretty cool, especially depending on where you're going to for the hike, for sure, for sure. Picking wildflowers to bring home and decorate with, something the kids will do. Coming home from work when it's still light outside, I haven't known the joy of that in about a year, but it's okay. When someone makes you the perfect, but I appreciate the fact that I got a job, you feel me? So I'm not even complaining about that. When someone makes you the perfect cup of coffee, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a coffee drinker, but when I do get it, please, 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 please don't mess up my coffee. Just, make it right. Getting a surprise visit from a friend you haven't seen in a while. I can't tell you how many times working here at the Rio that when I just see people pop in, it's just the looks on their faces when they see me, and the looks that for me seeing them, I'm like, oh man, it's excitement just to be able to see somebody that you haven't seen in a while. It's crazy because you don't expect it and you run into them or they come and see you. It's pretty nice. A compliment from a stranger. You know what's so funny? I tell people that I've gotten more compliments from strangers in my life than people that love me or claim they love me. Ain't that crazy? I get, at least on the daily at work, I get a compliment all the time, whether it's on my personality, my smile, whatever it is, or a joke I done made. I get so many compliments, but I'm telling you, outside of work or in the public, man, I don't really see that at home or, friends and family, stuff like that. That's pretty crazy because we should be uplifting each other. We really should. Um, Sitting inside, listening to the rain outside, knowing you don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, because I'd be mad if I had to work. It was raining, pouring hard like that. Lighting a candle because you know it's going to smell good. Cuddles with your pet. Well, I don't have a pet, but my kids. A hug. Never has a hug been more needed. So it's so funny that people don't understand the importance. I've always been told that I give out good hugs, and I never understood that until I ran into a bad hug. And I was like, oh, I get it now. I get what you mean. But they say it because it's like you can feel the love. Because, yeah, I love everyone. You know what I mean? I want everybody to feel happy. Turning on the TV and your favorite show is on, or it's a new episode being released. When you have a great hair day, I don't know about great, but it's okay today. Holding hands with a loved one, finding money in your pocket that you forgot you had. I've done that a couple times, whether it was 5 or 20. I appreciated every dollar. When you get an extra hour in bed, even if it's just 20 minutes, I'll be happy. Eating lunch outside in the sun is pretty cool sometimes. It's revitalizing. Trying out a new recipe that ends up being a success, because I've done it a few times and I was worried, but it turned out great. The Most of the time, the achievement of fixing something yourself, because everybody always say, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I call myself Quan the Builder. I'm my own handyman. I can do it myself. So I got Don Quan tattooed on me because I'm my own boss. I got it taken care of. Jumping into bed and knowing tomorrow is Sunday. And that's recent because, I used to work on Sundays, except I picked up a couple shifts these last weeks. But other than that, you know what I mean? Everything has been good to go. Everything has been good to go. So what that is pretty much telling you is giving you examples of things you can do to learn and appreciate the simple things in life, the small things in life. I got some quotes here I want to talk about too, that they got for, just again, appreciating the small things in life, because I think some of them may sit well with you all. They sat very well with me. They kind of put me back in the spirits of the birthday mood, to celebrate, to have fun, because I ain't gonna lie, man, after last week I was ready to just say, you know what, I'll just make sure my son is good for the birthday party, because I wouldn't do it to him, because he still needs to enjoy his birthday. But I was just gonna just, after this party, go sit in the house and go to sleep or something, call it a day, or just go eat cake and ice cream with him later on that night. You know what I mean? But I just had to, I went through some of these quotes, and it just made me realize, man, you have to be happy for the little things that you don't even notice sometimes. Don't even notice sometimes. Key example: the toilet holder, the thing that you put the toilet paper on, the bar itself, it was missing. I don't know, for like a day or two, and I realized, I'm like, man, now I got to keep taking it and unraveling it and sitting it back up. And now I used to just pull and rip. That's it, easy. But even that little thing, when I found it, I was just happy, so happy, because I'm like, yes, when I shit, I can shit in peace again. You know what I mean? And to all my people, get those morning shits out the way. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Let me go over a few of these quotes. We'll dig into some of them, answer a few. I'll go over my little opinions of some of them, and then we'll go from there. I'll keep it short and simple, because, again, they help me get back up into my spirits and wanting to celebrate and be happy and merry. So I'm hoping to do the same thing for everybody else here today. At least some people that are feeling down. If you're feeling down in this beautiful, beautiful Gemini season, then please let me help shed some light on there for you. I also been listening to a new band called Citizen Soldier. And there's one song I'll recommend anyone feeling down, anybody going through it mentally, anybody feeling like that, they just want to give up. There's a song by them. It's Citizen Soldier, and the song is called Would Anyone Care? Just please listen through the entire song before you make your judgment, because the ending of the song is just amazing. And I think a lot of people, if they're feeling down or feeling bad about it, or if they're feeling like they can't do it, you should listen to that song. It'll definitely change your mind. But remember, life is made up of many moments. Oh, and this article was from just March, so something recent. Memories and occurrences that all add up to create a big picture. But the bigger picture could not be made without the small moments that bring it all together. Here are 39, I probably won't go over all 39, but here's 39 inspirational quotes about the small things of life, also known as the memories that really matter. All right. So these are just inspirational quotes that they like to go off and talk about. Some I find a little more personal than others, and I'll go over those when I hit them. Enjoy the little things. For one day, you may look back and realize they were the big things. So that one hit me a lot because growing up, I always hear people talk about that they wish they took the time and cherished more of those moments with their kids when they were younger, with growing up. Because there are certain things that I can do with Junior, but I can't really do with the other kids because they want to do it themselves because they're so independent. I'm like, well, let me do it for you. Let me help you. Let me do my job as a parent. Let me do my job. But as my job as a parent, it is to teach you to be independent and do it on your own. So I am doing my job, right? Me and your mom, we're doing our job. So that one right there kind of got me home because it's more so it's like now every single time they say, hey, let's play, let's do this, let's do that, I'll jump up and do it with them because there's going to be those days where they're going to say, man, get out of my face, leave me alone. And I don't want to miss out on that. You know what I mean? I don't want to miss out on that. I hope you find, as I did, that happiness comes from noticing and enjoying the little things in life. Right? About the same thing. It didn't seem possible to gain so much happiness from so little. Have you ever, how can I say that? Have you ever had such a small victory, but that small victory just brought on a tidal wave of wins? No? Maybe? I'm sure you understand what I mean. Sometimes the most happy people in life are the ones with nothing. We can't lose sight of the little things in life that should make us the happiest. And I think they say that because those people know how to appreciate everything that they have. Every little thing. Or even if it's just a toenail that's grown a little too long. There are these little things about you and everything that you do, the beauty of which that the mere words can't cage or explain. Speechless. It means speechless. Speechless. We can do no great things, only small things with great love. Oh my God. Do you know why I love that? Because I don't think people understand what small things with great love mean. And a lot of you have set up here and said that your friends have never told you they love you, but if you've heard a friend tell you, hey, can you let me know when you make it home safe and sound? Hey, can you put your seatbelt on? Hey, can you what else did I say? Hey, you okay? You need anything? It's a million different ways to say I love you. So many different ways to say I love you. So many different ways. But sometimes those small things you can do for people. Let's say you got a friend that you guys work together, right? And you know they're working the same shift as you today, but they don't have a car. Let's say you call them, hey, we work the same shift. I'm gonna pick you up. We can carpool together. I'll pick you up and drop you off. Is that a cool thing? We'll stop and get something to eat before work. Do you know how much that means to them, knowing that they have even just an extra hour to kind of just relax before having to get ready for work or having to worry about work? And they got to wait to and from work. And that little thing you did for them gave them so much peace for the day that they probably had such a wonderful day just off that simple thing. You were just acting off of a simple kindness of we work in the same shift and you are my friend. Why shouldn't I look out for you? And in their mind, they're looking at it as, I appreciate my friend for knowing I needed help. It's like getting help without asking for it, right? And again, the small things. Because, bigger things, you got to open, speak up, closed mouths don't get fed, right? But it's the small things and how we do them. But we do it with so much love, it feels huge and big to the people we're doing it for. So I love that for everyone that's doing it. Keep going for it. If you ain't done it, practice makes perfect. Even the smallest things, can take time to learn. Now, another one is those who cannot feel the littleness of great things in themselves are apparent to look over the greatness of little things in others. Oh my goodness. Do you know why that speaks so well? Because it's just telling you that if you can't notice the greatness within you, how can you tell when somebody else is great? How can you know that you've run into another person that is great? You can't even acknowledge that you are. You don't even see it in you. So how can you recognize it in them? It's like being hypocritical. If you recognize it in them, you have to recognize it in yourself. You have to. Now, there are many ways to find some happiness in life. The first way is to find joy and appreciation in the little things. I used to, I'll save that one. It's the little things that matter. They really do. I don't care for somebody. Imagine somebody you come home from a long day at work and they just take your shoes off for you. Hey, I don't have to bend over and lean over and pull them shoes off. Thank you for that. A small action like taking one small or tiny step forward towards your dream every morning is what matters the most to actually reach your goal and not getting stuck in daydreams about some kind of future success. Man, that one stuck with me because when I first started going back or trying to work out and get myself back in shape, I had this goal and I've had this idea in my mind that I would be in shape with an 8-pack buff in 2 weeks. And that was not the case. That was not the case at all. You actually have to put in the work. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the consistency to make sure you get what you want. You know what I mean? You have to put in the actual work for it. So I had to realize that instead of me daydreaming about something that I wanted tomorrow, I needed to put in the work to get that done. And whether it's a few months or 6 months or a year, I have to put in the steps to get there. It's simple as that. I can't take a shortcut to a goal that I want, and that's what the daydreaming is. Um, Let me see here. It's no big thing, but you make big things out of little things sometimes. So when it's something small and you let it ruin your day and blow up out of anywhere, you shouldn't be doing that because you don't have to let it. You don't have to blow up. What you should be doing is just understanding that you can make an approach, you can make a game plan, you can make it happen. Call it a day. You're good to go. But some people don't understand it and some people don't see it. Hey, to each his own, right? To each his own. You've got to think about big things while you're doing small things so that all the small things go in the right direction, right? So you have to put the pieces of the puzzle together for it to look great, for it to be presentable. You can't just go and throw the puzzle at somebody and all the pieces are scattered. They don't know what they're looking at. They don't know. They don't know. It's a tough life, and it's the little things that get us through the day. Now, if you can't recognize that you could be walking by and a stranger compliments you on a shoe or shirt or a smile, and that changes your outlook for the day, that small thing changed the way you viewed the day and made you happy, you should definitely be able to understand that. For sure, for sure. I'm just saying. I mean, you can't, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. Learn to appreciate small, quiet moments. The ocean, a walk on the beach, time alone, your health, your strength, your smile, your life. I think it's just the quiet moments help you really focus on achievements you've gone through, you've taken so far, right? The quiet moments help you realize, hmm, a sense of calmness instead of a sense of urgency. You know what I mean? Without water drops, there can be no oceans. Without steps, there can be no stairs. Without little things, there can be no big things. So that is my probably my favorite quote out of the group because what it is trying to tell you that again, you cannot expect the outcome to be there without the work or the progress or effort to be put in. Okay. So again, what would you call stairs with no steps? That's a slope. You're calling it a slope. You know what I mean? Right? So it's going to be very difficult trying to climb up it, and going down is even easier. However, when you got a staircase with the steps, you take your time getting there at your pace, when you're ready to, when you want to. You're not rushing to be at somewhere you don't need to be right away. And I think a lot of people forget that every one of my favorite quotes is a goal without a plan is just a dream. Because what they're telling you is you can't have a goal and don't have a plan on how you're going to get there and the steps you're going to take to get there. Because those steps, even though it's just something, even if it's just a small step for you at the time, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Be grateful for it because it's another step towards your victory, another step towards your goal, another step towards your idea, what you want to do. Take those small wins, you know what I mean? And celebrate them. Celebrate them, I'm telling you. Never underestimate the significance of the little things done out of a large heart of love. And man, that is true. Because some people just, man, they don't understand that one. They don't get it. They don't get it. Sometimes little opportunities that fly at us each day have the biggest impact. Have you ever had an opportunity come your way and you shrugged it off, but then later on you were like, you know what, let me follow up on it. And it turned out to be one of the greatest decisions you made? I think that's kind of what this is saying. Find magic in the little things, and the big things you always expected will start to show up. I agree. I agree. I 100% agree. Because when you find that positivity and that magic in the small victories, I think it helps you bring forth that actual that big win you're waiting to get. You know what I mean? This one is one that I just find near and dear to the heart because it says, if I love you, I show you I love you every day, little things and big things. There's no gaps. There's no space. I just love you because I love you. And I'm going to show you that. Some people love you with conditions, under certain conditions, when certain things are happening, when certain things may or may not be happening. So, it just depends. Um, We forget the little things, so it's no wonder some of us screw up the big things. True. I think that goes along with the saying that we don't realize how far we've came, so we give up not knowing or we give up seeing how far we got to go, not knowing how far we came. I think that goes into that. True greatness consists in being great in little things. Literally, I tell everybody when I say I got many tools on my tool belt. So what I mean by that is I'm not a pro and I'm not perfect at every single thing I know how to do, but I know how to do a lot of things. I'm not the best at them, but I can compete. You know what I mean? I can learn to be the best for sure, if I chose to. But I have different little things I know how to do and be because I appreciate the fact that I can do that. I appreciate the fact that, yes, I can change the oil, change, an alternator or a radiator, also change a tire, and I know how to cook some chicken or, cook whatever, Alfredo, whatever it is. I love that I can be diverse in different things and what I know how to do. I love that I can also go ahead and I can make a video, but I can also put the editing and content together behind the scenes myself. I love that I can go ahead and put on a costume and go to a birthday party and dress up as a superhero for these kids. There's so many different things that I can do that I may not be the best at right now, but I can do them. I can do them. Only by being obsessed with little things do amazing things emerge. I think if you focus on the big things, you can't appreciate the small things. You don't even notice all the work you put in. So when the big things come, you're not as excited as you should be. You're just not. It doesn't seem like you would be. Enjoy the satisfaction that comes from doing little things well. Like I was just saying, I may not be the best, but I do them. If you look at the big picture, you start losing your focus on the little things. Goes back to saying, if you can't understand how far you've come with the steps of the little things you've done, that big picture don't mean nothing. Not like you think it should or would. It has long been an axiom of mine that the little things are infinitely the most important. Again, I wholeheartedly agree because the little things are what matter. It is not the straining for great things that is most effective. It is the doing the little things that the common duties a little better and better. I agree. If you think back to your first love, you always remember them and little things always remind you of them. Yeah. That's what any love. Sometimes little opportunities that fly at us each day can have the biggest impact. Live life like it's the last breath you take, for that breath is the whole essence of living. The little things in life are what connects us to all the big things we live for. I think that's a little dangerous on the quote because some people will take that and run with it and do some crazy wild things. You know what I mean? Don't disregard the little things in life. They are a big part of your time on this earth. Let's see. Always remember that the future comes one day at a time. Even the largest avalanche is triggered by small things. Man. Let me stop on that one really quick. So I like that one because have you ever been to a point where you're like, you know what? Let me stop. Let me not trip over these small things, right? Because they're small. Let me not say nothing about them. Let me not say nothing or approach them, bring them up, because I don't want to cause any problems. But then you start to notice that those small things start to build up and they add up and they add up. And then it takes one little thing to make that whole thing just start coming down. Man. So what I've learned to do is like, in a healthy way, approach those small things in a positive reinforcing way to show support in getting it fixed instead of, showing disappointment. You know what I mean? Because it kind of works out better, especially with the kids, man. It's such a handy tool with the kids. And I'm so happy to have that for them. Because I won't lie, man, when I used to blow up, it may have seemed like it was the smallest thing, but it was so much to it. So much. Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs. So I always say it's kind of like when you're eating dinner, right? When you're at Thanksgiving dinner, you typically will eat this and then go to that meal and then go to this meal, right? You finish each part of that meal before you go to the next one. But it seems like in life, we try to take on every meal at the same time, and we wonder why we get full so fast and got so many leftovers, right? And I think the problem is because we don't take the time to separate those tasks and knock them out one by one instead of trying to knock them out all together. Because me personally, what I learned in life is it's easier for me to take things on in life when I start tackling on the things that I can control at the moment and get those out the way and get the other things as they come along. So, you know what I mean? But I think that we have a hard problem and it's human nature. We have a hard problem in doing that and just actually taking everything on at the same time because we're so used to it. But I think we should learn, and we should all learn how to divide that up into smaller tasks to get things done. I really do. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. I appreciate that because that is definitely true. That is definitely true. Almost everything comes from almost nothing. Think about it. Something it had to start from nothing. It started from somewhere. Great acts are made up of small deeds. I love that one because that's true. And then the number 40 says, inspirational quote, Gemini season is the best season of the year. Now, let me stop playing on that one. Let me stop playing with y'all. But it is the best season of the year. Back to the subject at hand, though. I want people to find a quote that you like. Find a positive statement that you like. Something that makes you feel like I can tackle on today, you know? Something that'll make you feel like nothing can stop me because I got the strength of God behind me. I got the army of God behind me to tackle anything I want today, okay? And find something that really benefits you on that level and just stick to it. I say for 30 to 60 days, stick to that quote whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling bad, just stick to it. Just make it a habit of saying it in your head. And I guarantee you sooner or later you will find it in your head, repeating it. As soon as you feel down or bad, you'll repeat that quote instantly. You'll bring it up. You'll instantly bring it up. I'm telling you, you will. Because every time it seems to me that I get down bad, the only quote that I think of is, you have to learn to appreciate the little things in life. That's all I say to myself. And I start thinking about the small things, the small wins, the small victories, whatever the case may be. I get the small things, and it puts me in a position to go about the day better, go about the situation better, have a better experience with the situation, a more productive talk, a more productive approach. It gets me to a place where I'm not out here just wondering what could have been done or what could have been said, and I'm actually acting on it. I'm actually following up on it. So sometimes we are in a place where we're not letting that happen, and I just don't think that's fair to us. We need to be positive. We have to find a way to lift our spirits up on our own, um, without always having to have somebody to say, hey, pick your chin up. Granted, I'm glad that somebody's always there to do it for you. I'm not taking that away at all, because it's amazing that somebody's there to do it for you. What I am saying is that every human being on this planet, on this earth, every single one has one common trait. Do you know what that is? Survival. We all know how to survive. All of us. So I say that because you should be able to have that trait to say, I can look up in the mirror and say, hey, get up. I got to keep walking. I got to keep going. I got to keep fighting. I got to do this. I got to do that. Hey, you know what? Today's a bad day, but let me get up and make it a better day. It started off bad, but I'm going to have a better day. There's a quote that I learned from, and I think I've said it again, I learned from a coworker. The thing goes, if you're having a bad morning, try to have a better afternoon. If you're having a bad afternoon, try to have a better evening. And if you have a bad evening, try to have a better night, right? Try to have a great night. So it's so much is, take the day by sections. Just because you're not having a great morning, don't mean you won't have a great afternoon. Don't mean you won't have a great evening or a great night. Take it piece by piece, and don't let one thing ruin your entire day, because you have 24 hours. 8 of it you spend sleeping. Sometimes 8 of it you spend working. Don't spend the other 8 soaking over something that you shouldn't have to. Don't let the day get to you. You get to the day in season. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say to that. With in short, man, I want y'all to understand that the small things in life, the small victories, it leads to such a greater path, because it leads to such a happier person, happier emotion. You become a brighter individual. You become a healthier individual in a way, and everything about it to a point where you do not have to be concerned with your well-being in a way of, can you take care of yourself? Because you will come to a point, to a sense where you will see that you got it. With everything and all, practice makes perfect. Here's another one of my favorite quotes. If you knew you wouldn't fail, what would you go out and do today? And whatever that is, go out and do it. Simple as that. Go out and do it. Anyway, I just want y'all to understand that, man. I love y'all to death. And I hope y'all just take this with some positivity with it. Take the small wins, small victories. It's Gemini season, baby. We the best. You know, it's a wonderful time of the year. But I definitely just appreciate y'all for listening to me on this one here. Again, it was my personal life that made me come out here and understand that I needed to appreciate the small things. And I wanted to share that with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm going to turn up this weekend for my birthday, Gemini season, gang. June 8th, me and my son, we celebrate together. You know, it's a Mark Juan party. You get it? Haha. But yeah, I'll see y'all next week for y'all coming out to celebrate the birthday with me. Hit me up. Let me know. Talk to me. I'll catch y'all next week, man. Peace, love, and hair grease. Y'all keep it up.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot702.5fm.com.